my spiritual journey in actually a traumatic kind of way, which a lot of people you'll notice will do that. But essentially, when I was 18, my best friend died from a drunk driver, and my whole world changed, obviously. I lost who I was, what is life, what is death, went through a spiral, got a little bit too involved with extracurricular activities, which then sent me into even more traumas. And then one day, obviously through this whole time, I was connecting to my loved ones the whole time. And I think this is important for you if you're not understanding if you're a medium. If you know they're there, if you feel that they're there and you think you're going crazy, you're not crazy. And I feel like that's what happened to me a lot. I was awakening, I was feeling my loved one, I felt like I was going crazy. And then one day, my mom took me to see a medium. Well, she thought it was a medium. And that medium was actually a psychic, but that psychic told me that I could be a professional psychic medium one day if I wanted to. So obviously I was like, yeah, if I can talk to my friend who I have been grieving for the past 8 years and pretty much losing myself over grief, I would love to try it out. So I started meditating, I started going to classes, and everything came just so natural to me. And that's where I found like my purpose and my passion and my happiness, honestly, is helping other people. And I found myself, which was a really big blessing. And that's just the beginning of this spiritual journey. We could even go further than that. But essentially, my best friend, losing someone who meant the absolute world to me, was a good enough reason for me to even try to connect to the other side, and start the whole healing process. So we could all thank her for today. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think I remember reading in your bio, you had like some experiences when you were younger too, that like you didn't realize were mediumship, right? Can you talk a little bit about those if you're comfortable with it?
Yeah, of course. So a lot of the times, so I feel there's a lot of times where people go 20, 30, 40, 50 years of having experiences, specifically mediumship experiences, and not being aware that that is what is happening. So just like for my journey, when I lost her, I started having experiences literally from that moment on, and it never went away. And so you don't have to be born with it, or you don't have to be aware that you're born with it. But what I want you to do is just pay attention, right? Everything comes down to awareness. And this is what was hard for me, because I didn't understand. Not everyone feels your loved one sitting in the car next to you. Not everyone is going to cry at the drop of a note on a song because you know that they just came to say hi to you. Pay attention to your experiences and validate them. Nothing is out of whack. Like, nothing is abnormal like people make it to seem. It's very subtle experiences as well. You're not gonna feel like someone is literally always speaking inside of your ear. That will happen every couple times, but just be aware. You may not know you're a medium until later on in life, and that's okay. It doesn't make you any worse or better than someone who did know from the beginning. For me and my journey, and I'm gonna bring my mom into this because my mom is completely opposite of me. She's a medium too, by the way. So my mom started this journey a little bit before me, and she is all about having a mentor. So I am not really about having a mentor. I did take a few classes, and I'm like, okay, I can do this. What I needed a mentor for was how to do it professionally, how to give a reading, what are the ethics behind it, what is the structure to give the best reading, what's the flow of that, what do I need to be looking for to get more details or more information. So it will depend on the person. I, though, recommend a mentor or recommend multiple classes. For me, again, I took a few mediumship classes and they were really well, but the biggest impact was when I took a course under Lisa Williams' International School of Spiritual Development, and I had a coach, mentor, Colby Rebel. I love her. She's very tough. Will tell you how it is, and she'll get she'll make you the best of the best, by the way. So if you need a mentor, go ahead and go over there. As long as you got yourself, stand strong. But anyways, the point is, I do think a mentor is important, because what I learned from that course was, yes, the structure, how to give the best reading, how to dig deeper, but it was more about finding the confidence within myself that I feel a lot of mediums lack without going and finding a community to see where they're at.
A lot of the key words that, you know, spiritualists will use is community. Like, it's more than just a mentor, like having people around you who like understand the spiritual journey, but also can like support you and say, hey, yeah, you're on the right path. Like, you know, like believe in yourself more. So,
yes. And to touch base on the community, when I took that course, I took it twice. One was a psychic development to be a certified advanced psychic. And then the second one was to be a certified advanced psychic medium. Those courses, I was in person for only 2 days each course. So the whole 8 weeks or whatever, it was online. Those 2 days with the community of people who did that class, I literally made lifelong friends. And if you guys are going through the spiritual community or the spiritual world, the spiritual development, if you're going through your own awakening, you may come to a point where you understand how lonely this journey can be, and how really lonely this journey can be. And finding people who accept you, who are like you, is very empowering, because we need it, right? We're not meant to be alone. We're humans and we are meant to connect. So when you're going through the journey, it would be so great for you to find a community, but don't also pick one that just pops up. Find what works for you. It's okay if you need to test out a few different places, because I also will say be wary of communities, because there are some communities who may not be in the right vibration for you.